Welcome guys to Psychotrading episode 2. So today we're gonna go over risk management through funded accounts and live accounts. This is my risk management strategy, everything that I've used to stay funded and scale. So I have an actual system. The system has made me less emotional in trading, and that's everything that you want. So again, one thing I want to emphasize is you don't take my word for it. I want you to learn these concepts, this risk management concepts, and apply it yourself. Don't take anybody's word. If they say something, you first back test it, you test it yourself, and then apply it in the charts yourself. See if it works for you. This is what's worked for me and some of the people that I've taught, some of my students, and it works. That's why I want to show you guys and teach you guys, because when I learned about risk management, it's when trading kind of clicked for me. Again, I've emphasized this a lot. I don't believe in strategy. Strategies are a language. It's like the language you speak, Spanish, English, anything. It's a language for trading. It's all the same thing. It's all the same words, but in different languages in a sense. So once I understood the risk management is when everything clicked. So risk management in funded accounts. So we're going to go over phase 1, phase 2, and funded accounts. So let's get started. So first tier is being beginner tier or conservative. If you're beginning in your trading journey, you want to be more conservative, you're a more emotional trader, you're not really confident in that sense. This is a strategy I want you to use, and I want you to test, and I want you to apply. So phase 1 in the account, we're going to risk 0.50% of the account until we get to 4%. Once we get to 4%, we can start risking 1% until we make 8%, or the rest if it's 8 or 10%. So then we pass phase 1. And now let's go to phase 2. So now we're gonna go to in phase 2 we're gonna risk 0.5%, 50%, until we make 2.5%. Simple. And then once we make 2.5%, we're gonna risk 1% until we pass. Normally it's 5% until we pass phase 2. What happens here? Once we use this type of percentage, it's going to allow us to have 20 losses in a row. That's almost impossible. No one's going to lose 20 losses. Nobody's going to lose 20 times in a row. If we're losing 20 trades in a row, we're doing definitely something wrong. So I would definitely go back to demo, backtest your strategy, backtest your rules, make sure you're taking the correct trades, and then we go back to the beginner or conservative route in a funded account. So it's going to allow us to lose 20 trades. So you have more room to fail and get back into on track, right? So it's pretty simple, right? And then now, once we pass phase 2, we're funded. What we're gonna do is risk 0.5% until we get a 1% payout. Once we hit 1%, or the rules that you need in the funded account, or the consistency rules, we're gonna get that payout. And then boom, we go back to, once we get that payout, we go back to risking 0.5% until we get the 1% payout. Boom, 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 boom. Consistency, right? Consistency. Let's move on to more experience. The ideal. This is the most normal, what I recommend people to use. Once you have more experience, you backtested your strategy, you feel confident in your strategy, you know more about trading in that sense. So in phase 1, we're going to risk 1% until we get to 4%. Once we hit 4% in the account, we're going to start risking 2% until we make 8% or 10%, until we pass phase 1. We get to phase 2. We're going to risk 1% until we make 2.5%. And then same thing, we're going to risk that 1% until we pass phase 2. Simple. Using these lot sizes, it's going to allow us to lose 10 losses in a row. Again, 10 losses in a row is pretty hard to do. 10 losses in a row, taking your setup, is kind of difficult. With my strategy and everything, like the PO3, the CRT, just looking at price action, my max drawdown in a row has been 7 trades in a row. And I've never gone past 7 trades in a row. This is what I normally use, and what I recommend people to use, because again, it's pretty hard to lose 10 trades in a row, and again, you're getting funded a little quicker, more than the beginner conservative. And then now once we're funded, we're gonna risk 1%, and then we're gonna get 2 to 3% payouts. Another thing I wanna talk about is max daily loss. As you can see, the beginner or conservative route, we can trade. We can take at least 4 trades until we can stop trading for the day. That's it. You take 4 trades, you lose 2% on the day, you're done. You close your laptop, your phone, you're done for the day. You come back tomorrow and keep on doing the same thing. What that's gonna do is gonna make us less emotional. If we're losing 4 or 5% on a day, first of all, you're gonna lose the account. Second of all, your emotions are gonna be over the roof. You're gonna sit down the next day, look at the account, you'll be like, oh shit, fuck. Now I wanna make that money back, right? Which is not the mindset we want to have, right? I feel like 2% is pretty normal, easy. It's normal to get back to it. If we're trading the ideal route, it's just a 1 or 2. You take a trade, you make a 1 or 2, you're back at break even. The next trade, you can make money back again, and then you're back to normal, right? So I feel like these rules are very, very specific. Now let's talk about more experienced traders, the fast or risky route, right? I'm taking the ideal or fast route most of the time. Sometimes I take the fast route if I want to get funded quicker, and I can afford to lose the account and just buy another one, and afford to lose that account and buy another one, so I pass. I can afford to take those losses because it's just a matter of probabilities, right? So in the phase 1, we're gonna risk 2 to 3% until we make 8%, right? That's 2-3 trades. Boom, passed quick. And then for phase 2, we should probably pass that phase in 1 or 2 trades max, right? Boom, you pass phase 2. And then for funded, and then for the funded, again, it's at that point you're risking a lot more. You gotta see your ideal risk. With this fast, risky risk management, we have 4 losses, which is pretty low. You can take 4 losses and you lose the account. It's 2 to 4 losses, 2 to 5 losses. So I put it in the middle, so 4 losses. It's pretty risky. I don't recommend that to anybody. I recommend that to people if you just want to get funded super quick and you can afford to lose the account and pay for the next one and multiple accounts in a sense, because it's just a matter of probabilities. You buy 10 accounts, you're gonna pass 2 or 3 out of the 10. So again, guys, this is a risk management strategy. This is what has worked for me. Again, I want you to, some points that I want to make you understand is, first, like I said, don't take my word for it. This has worked for me and for other people. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So I want you to test it and apply it. Don't just apply in a funded account and start doing it. You don't know if it works for you. Don't take my word for it. Apply it and test it yourself. That's how things are proven, right? Another thing I want to talk about is no trade should feel like the end of the world, right? If you feel like that, it's because you're tapping now into emotion, and you don't want to do that. There are 3 causes of that. First of all, you're using the wrong lot size. You're over leveraging. You shouldn't be doing that. This is the plan. Take a picture, write it on your notebook, follow it. If you follow the plan, you're not going to tap into emotion, right? So bring your lot size down. Second thing is wrong challenge. Let's say you're starting and you're doing the beginner conservative. You shouldn't be trading the beginner conservative in a 100K account or 200K funded account. If you're starting out with trading, you should start with a demo account, a 5K account, something that you know, okay, this cost $30 for the account. I know I can lose this account and buy another one, so I'm not gonna feel emotion. You're trading too much size. So again, you're trading the wrong account. Buy an account that suits you. So trade comfortably, trade without emotion. And little by little, you get used to it. You first start with the 5K accounts, you start getting payouts, you get too used to the 5K accounts, so then you move on to the 10K, you feel less emotional, you start getting payouts, boom, you move on to the 25K. Little by little, it's a process. You don't go from demo to a 100K account, spending $300 on an account. You start bringing all this emotion, you fail, and then you feel like shit, right? You don't want that. That's not a strategy. That's not a process. This is a process. This is a strategy that's gonna make you succeed. That's gonna make you successful. That's gonna get you payouts. It's gonna get rid of emotion. And third thing is it shouldn't take forever. Again, if you're in the beginner conservative account, it shouldn't take 2-3 months to pass one account. And then because there's always a probability of losing that account in weeks. They shouldn't take months to pass. They should take maximum a month to pass, a couple weeks. Find that sweet spot of percentage that you feel comfortable, emotions don't arise, and just keep trading that. You can lose the account, just keep buying another one, keep stay there until you pass that barrier, and then you're up to the next one. Like once you pass the beginner conservative, you move on to the experienced ideal. Once you start getting those payouts, you move, okay, now I can risk, I'm getting payouts, so I can risk a little more. I can buy a couple more accounts. I know I can lose them, right? And that's it. It's pretty simple. What I want you guys to do is, again, take a picture of this, write it down in your notebook, test it, apply it, see if it works for you. And I'm telling you, this is going to open up your eyes. This is going to get you consistency. This is going to make you less emotional. This is going to make you a trader. This is what a trader does. It makes processes, it makes systems that work for you. Trading completely changed after I was able to apply this over and over and over and over and over again. So that's it. So that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys, and then I'll see you guys for episode 2.